Hi, I'm Anna Yosin, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do the classical sun salutation. Now, this is so that you know how to do it, so I'm going to walk you through it really slow, so that way when you're in practice and you have to do the sun salutation, you don't have to keep looking up necessarily for every tiny little detail, because you'll know how to do it. In some of the videos I'm going to do later on, I'll definitely be using the classical sun salutation, so just come back to this video if you forget how to do it or if you want to know the proper alignment for everything. So that being said, we're going to start with the first things first is Tadasana, mountain pose. So you're standing straight. It's pretty simple, right? But actually there's quite a few cues for this one to be in proper alignment. This is important for life too, because we think we're just standing, but if you're standing in misalignment or with bad posture, it could actually cause pain in the body. So let's start at the feet. Now, when you're doing Tadasana, you want to root your feet down into the floor. And I think of three corners of the feet like a little triangle, two on the ball of your feet on the end, and then one on the heel. And so go ahead and place your feet on the floor and just feel the 3 points in both feet. Spread the toes a little bit, and you can kind of grip on with the toes. And you also want to pull up on the arches. So you want to pull up on the arches, pull up on the inner legs, and have that energy go all the way up through the crown of your head. So we're pulling that energy up. You can also think about your feet rooting down into the earth. So imagine your feet having roots that are going deep down into the earth. So that helps you ground and helps you balance. But then you also have this energy that's pulling you up from the sky. So that helps lift up through the spine and that helps elongate. So that way we're not kind of hunched over when we're doing it. That being said, the other thing is the foot placement. Now, a lot of times you'll hear feet hip distance apart or shoulder distance apart. Now, when we're talking about yoga and we're talking about hip distance apart, we want to make sure that the ankle is right under the hip socket. So it's actually closer than what most people think. And a good way to tell that is to make a fist with your hand and then place your hand in between your feet. If it's farther apart than that, then that's actually shoulder distance apart because we're talking about where the ankles are aligning. So go ahead and make your feet hip distance apart, root down, pull up on the arches. And then from here, let's talk about the tailbone. So you want to lengthen through that tailbone. So point the tailbone down towards the earth. So it's like this. So basically your hips are a bucket. You don't want any water pouring out of the front or the back if it's totally full at the top. So you want to lengthen, point that tailbone down towards the ground and pull in with that belly button. Not so much that you can't breathe, but that's what you want to think about is pulling up that way and then slightly tilting the hips under. Most people have this little arch there where they're tilting their hips forward, and it's because those hip flexors are tight. A lot of us are sitting all day long. So that's why that is. So you want to lengthen through the tailbone, lift up on the spine, lift up with the chest here. We want to pull those shoulders down and back, but not so much, right, that we're tensing, just nice and comfortable. Still lifting up through the spine, through that neck, and then through the crown of the head. So a lot of times people will look up like this and they think the crown of the head is right here. But actually, we want to have that chin parallel to the ground. So we're lifting up this way with the top of the head being lifted up. So all that being said, that's mountain pose, that's Tadasana. So let's go ahead and get into mountain pose. And then from here, we're going to be using the Ujjayi breath. So I have made a whole nother video explaining what the Ujjayi breath is and how to do it properly. So if you don't know what that is, go back and look at that video. So that being said, Ujjayi breath, big inhale. And exhale, we'll bring the hands to heart in prayer pose. Inhale, begin the movement, reaching those hands up towards the sky. Now here, you can reach up, but if you're gonna hunch over like this because your lats are really tight, let's go ahead and widen the stance with the hands. If you can keep the posture good with your hands more narrow, that's totally great. But if you can't, just widen it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So as we inhale up, and then we're gonna begin the exhale, folding forward. So we're gonna hinge from the hips, keeping the back straight, and then at the bottom, you can let your head relax down. Now, if you can't reach the ground, that's totally fine. If your back and your hamstrings are super tight, you can kind of reach around and grab your legs, but you just want to let that position here be relaxed. Relax your chin, relax the neck, relax the eyebrows, relax the shoulders. Then from here, we're going to place the fingertips in alignment with the toe tips. And then step back with the left foot. So you begin that inhale and then step back. Now here we're going to gently place that left knee down to the ground and we're going to lift up with the chest. So it's a nice runner's lunge, so to speak. Then we tuck the toes behind us. Exhale, go into down dog. So with down dog, you want to position your feet, again, hip distance apart. Push the heels down towards the floor. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's okay. I would rather you have bent knees and a straight back than rounding the back there. So you want to pull those hips back and up. Push the heels down towards the floor. You're going to press into all four corners of the palm of the hand and especially emphasize the thumb and the pointer finger pushing firmly into the floor. Pull the armpits in towards each other and let that chest sink down towards the floor, hollowing out the abdominals. Then from here, we're going to hold the breath retention. Bring the knees, chest, and chin down to the floor, keeping the elbows in. From here, we begin the inhale, scoop up into a cobra. From here, you keep the pelvis on the floor, keep those elbows in, try to relax the shoulders and lift up with the crown of the head. So this is not an up dog. We're not coming up like this. Keep that pelvis on the floor. Usually the classical sun salutation is a warm-up. From here, begin the exhale, tuck the toes under, push back into down dog. Adjust the feet if you need to. Then begin the inhale, bring the left foot forward, come up onto the toe or the fingertips. Right knee gently comes down towards the floor, lifting the chest. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, coming back into a fold forward. Inhale, begin the motion, straight back, reaching up, just like we started, and exhale, hands to the heart. The second part of this is to do the right side, initiating. So big inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, right foot goes back. Gently place it down into runner's lunge. And exhale, left foot back into down dog. Breath retention, hold the breath. Knees, chest, and chin come down to the floor. Inhale into cobra. Pelvis stays on the floor. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, placing it right at the fingertips. Chest is up. Good. And exhale, folding forward. Hinging from the hips. Inhale, sweep those arms up, reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. So now I'll do it 2 more times, one on each side. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot back. Runner's lunge, gently place that knee down. Exhale, down dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, and chin down to the floor. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, and chin down, elbows stay in. Inhale, scoop it up into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Come up on those fingertips. Exhale, left foot forward, folding forward. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, hands to heart. From here, we'll take a few breaths back into Tadasana, letting the energy of this sequence integrate into the body. So that, my friends, is Classical Sun Salutation. So again, I'll be using those in videos to come, or this sequence in videos to come. So if you ever have any questions about that, come back to this video. And you can always use Classical Sun Salutation as a great warm-up too, just waking up in the morning. If you have 5 minutes, you don't have much time, get on the mat and do a couple rounds of Classical Sun Salutation. So with that being said, much love, much light, blessings and blessings, and namaste.